In this video, you will learn study skills to become a more successful student, as well as learn study tips you can use in any of your courses. How to be a successful student. Make sure you go to class. In the syllabus, you will find what each lecture is about. Look through the chapter, PowerPoints, Blackboard notes, and any other resources a professor or instructor gives you, so you have a background knowledge of what will be discussed in class. Be prepared for class by having your textbooks, notebook, writing utensils, a planner, and anything else you need for class. Take good notes. This takes a lot of practice, but it pays off in the long run because you will have a resource to use to complete assignments with and to study with. By previewing material before class, you are better able to focus on the important details the professor gives about the material. Professors may hold a review day or give out a study guide for a test, which will shed light on what you need to study. Knowing what to study will save you precious time, as you will not waste time reviewing the information that is not on the test. Get organized. Be organized with each class. This can include keeping notes together and in chronological order, using a binder or folder for your notes, and trying to keep your notes in a notebook. Get resources from Blackboard. Many professors put resources, such as PowerPoints, on Blackboard for you to use to assist you in class. Use a planner. Use a planner to write down your daily and weekly commitments and write down due dates and exam days so you can plan for them. Don't procrastinate. Procrastination causes undue stress and interferes with your frame of mind. The time constraint causes you stress and anxiety, as you don't know if you will be able to complete the activity or be able to study adequately, thus interfering with your frame of mind. You receive your syllabus on the first day of class. The syllabus has project due dates and test dates, so you can start working and studying well ahead of time. Ask for help. Don't wait until you are failing to ask for help. It may be too late to save your grade, meaning you will have a lower GPA and may need to retake a class. Take advantage of tutoring. Tutoring is not just for students who are failing. It is also for students who want to receive a better grade than they can get alone. Asking for help can also build your confidence. Getting help will help your grades get better, which will boost your confidence. Maintain health. Eat healthy. Eating healthy allows your body to function better, meaning you can concentrate on your studies. Stay active. Being active will keep your body from becoming sluggish. The blood flowing through your body will help keep you alert. You can clear your mind by taking a study break. Get enough sleep. A tired mind is sluggish, and it takes you longer to remember what you know, as sleep affects memory. Study and then sleep. It will be the last thing on your mind when you go to bed, and maybe you will even have dreams about what you studied. Alleviate anxiety. Have good study habits. By scheduling time to study, you will be more prepared. If you are more prepared, you will be more confident and your anxiety will go down. It also prevents you from procrastinating and cramming, which also alleviates your anxiety. Take care of yourself. Get some exercise, which is not only good for your body, but also increases your energy level and decreases your anxiety. Make sure that you eat properly and get enough sleep so that your mind can concentrate in class and when you are studying. Be positive. Train yourself to be optimistic. Being confident allows you to perform better. Learn from your experiences. Don't be hard on yourself for not living up to your expectations on a test or assignment, because there is nothing you can do about something in the past. If you do not do well on a test or assignment, learn from it. You can talk to the professor or instructor to see what you can do better next time so you can make necessary changes. Ask for help. Depending on how severe your anxiety is, you may need to talk to your instructor or a counselor to help you find ways to cope with it. Don't be ashamed to seek out help, as it will be confidential, and learning how to work with your anxiety will help you perform better in your courses. Relax before your test. Get to the classroom early before the test. Use these minutes to relax by taking deep breaths and by clearing your mind. Focus on something fun you are doing later that day or week. Study tips. Study time. Block time to study. Look at your schedule and see where you can block out time to study. If possible, study at the same time each day. Having a routine will help you develop good study habits, and you can stay caught up with your assignments and studies. There are times where emergencies will happen, but by planning ahead, you will still have time to complete assignments and study for exams because you are proactive. Start and stop times. Put in start and stop times and follow through with them, even if you don't finish something. You should have more time planned to do it later that day or week. You will also run behind with your schedule if you do not stop at the designated times. Take breaks. Taking a break to let your mind rest will help you get your blood flowing again. Don't procrastinate study time and don't cram. It is very easy to put off studying for many reasons, but having a schedule helps you ensure you will get everything done. Even if you do not have an assignment or test coming up in the immediate future, you can review your notes or work ahead on an assignment, because procrastination can lead to rush studying or cramming and assignments. Cramming is not good because you may be spending more time trying to stay awake if you are studying the night before, and your brain is less likely to remember important information if you try to study all at one time rather than taking a break in your study sessions. Rushing through assignments can cause many errors because you are focused on getting the assignment done rather than learning the material. Studying becomes less productive and less effective if you procrastinate. Additionally, you may not get everything accomplished that you need to. Ask yourself why you procrastinate. Not interested in the subject? Find or create a study group to make learning more fun. Prioritize. Work on items that need done in the immediate future first before working on tasks that can be done later. Be careful not to procrastinate on these tasks though. Have a study goal. Know what you want to accomplish in a study session. For example, you could work through a certain type of math problem or learn the vocabulary for your science course. Start with difficult subjects first. It will require the most energy and effort. Getting it done will mean you are less likely to procrastinate it. Getting it done first will also allow you to be more effective in the rest of your study session because it is done and you will not worry about it, allowing you to focus on your other work or studying. Review notes. Review your notes before beginning an assignment or before studying in depth. It will allow you to remember what you learned in class, and you can focus on parts of the notes for a particular assignment or know what you are going to study. Write down questions. If you do not understand material, write down specific questions you have about it and ask the professor, a tutor, or a classmate for clarification. Make sure to do this in between classes because material may build upon itself in future lessons. Study place. Be comfortable but not too comfortable. Find a place that is comfortable enough to concentrate but not too comfortable that you get distracted. For example, a bed or a couch may be comfortable, but you also may be tempted to fall asleep rather than study. Make sure you have a well-lit area, as bad lighting may have a negative effect on your studying. Only have the essential tools. Only have out necessary items for studying, such as your notes and textbooks. Put away everything else, especially a phone or computer, to limit distractions. Avoid distractions. Turn off your phone or put it out of reach. Put away extra materials such as textbooks for other classes so your workspace is not cluttered. Know your study preferences. Some people may be able to study in a completely quiet place while others need background noise. A desk may be preferable to some, while a couch is better to others. Reading a textbook. Read the summary at the end of the chapter. It gives you an idea of the main topics that the chapter covers. Look at headings and other titles. Headings, titles, and bolded words draw your attention to important information in the chapter. Read chapter questions. They can be found at the beginning or end of a chapter. You can use them as a guide when you read the chapter. You should be able to answer the questions after reading the chapter. Take notes. Take notes as you read. You can use headings, titles, and the chapter questions to guide you as you take notes. Cite information in quotes. If you need to cite or quote information, write down the page number you got it from so you can look back at it if necessary. Rewrite notes. Rewriting your notes helps you refresh old content and helps you commit your notes to long-term memory. Rewriting allows you to review your notes another time, and the more times you see the material, the better. It allows you to see what you need to study more. If you don't remember something or understand it when you are rewriting your notes, you can ask a professor, a classmate, or tutor about it. Make flashcards. You can carry them with you and study when you have a few minutes, such as in between classes. Chunking. Chunking is when you break down information into groups of related information. Once you learn things in chunks, you can start to put it all together. Then you can use it in other applications or build upon it when you get new information. When you are chunking your notes, put information in groups that make sense. Put things in groups of 3 to 5. This often happens when you have numbers. Think of your phone number or social security number. They are grouped in numbers of 3 to 5. You can also chunk based on patterns. You can use visual patterns such as colors or vocal pattern such as voice intonation to group information in chunks. You can also chunk by similar meanings. You can relate information based on a similar aspect or category, such as vocabulary definitions or parts of speech. Mnemonic devices. A mnemonic device is a device or trick to help you remember information. This could include acronyms, images, sounds, songs, rhymes, or phrases. 2 examples of acronyms are PEMDAS, which is the order of operations in math, and RAJI-BIV, which are the colors of the rainbow. An example of an image is Mr. Slope Guy, which helps you remember information about slopes. An example of a rhyme is in the year 1942, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So to and blue rhyme to help you remember what year Columbus sailed the ocean. Create visuals. Use sketches in your notes to create a visual aid such as a chart, graph, or picture. Use mind maps to create a visual representation of your notes. Don't randomly doodle. It can clutter your notes, making it hard to review later. It also distracts you from taking notes in class. Places and spaces. Use elements of space to remember specific information. Remember where you were when you studied something and associate items in the classroom with the information you learn. That way, when you look at this item, it will help you remember the information. Audio and video selfies. Grab a recording device such as a phone or camera, and video or audio record a brief recount of the lecture after class. Record the summary of the lecture as soon as possible after class. so that you remember more of the information. You can use these recordings to review later in the course. It is a great way for auditory learners to listen to the main points multiple times to help reinforce material. Study buddies and study groups. First of all, form an effective study group. To do this, you don't want to get too big of a group, as it may be tempting to socialize instead of study. Find other students who want to do well in class and will help other students do so. Meet regularly in a productive place that is consistently available, such as the library or an open classroom. Encourage each member to participate so everybody gets something out of the group. Have structure. Know what you want to accomplish and make sure you come prepared. For example, if you have an assignment that you will be working on, make sure you have the assignment and anything you need to complete it, such as your notes. Learn from each other. You can get help from other group members with anything you are struggling with, and you can teach others something you are confident about, which allows you to learn the material better yourself. You may be able to cover more material if each student is in charge of a certain part of the studying to present to the group. Improve your notes. You can compare notes with other group members to help each other fill in gaps or to answer each other's questions. You can also elaborate on notes you got in class. Study groups can also make learning fun. You can create quizzes or other activities to break up your learning. You can have a little friendly competition. Study resources. There are many study resources available on the internet. One example is Quizlet. You can make study sets or study previously made ones. On Khan Academy, you can watch videos, answer problems, and get tutorials on a wide variety of topics. On Kaggle, you can create mind maps to help you review your notes. Go Conquer allows you to create flashcards, mind maps, notes, quizzes, slides, and flowcharts. There are also a wide variety of other resources available to you if you search for them.